Now, objection to sociology being called a science. There are some philosophers who believe that sociology is not a perfect or pure science because of the following facts. First, lack of experimentation. In sociology, experimentation cannot be done because there are no laboratories where the human beings can be tested in regard to their social aspects, and the conclusions regarding the society can be made. Society is so complicated and complex, it is not possible to separate and analyze its different elements in laboratories. It is very complex, it is very complicated, and it is impossible for anyone to study or to do experiments on the human beings or on the social aspects of the society. Number 2, lack of objectivity. In sociology, it is not possible to measure or weigh sentiments. There is no scope of sentiments, emotions, and feelings. Their weighing and the measurement cannot be done accurately, or it is impossible to do so. At the same time, the sociologist himself is a human being who has his own prejudices, likings and dislikings to every problem, and as such it is difficult to have objectivity in sociology. And the person who is going to study, who is going to perform some experiments, who is observing the other persons, he himself is a human being, and he himself has certain prejudices, certain likings and certain dislikings of his own. Therefore, objectivity in sociology cannot be found. Next, lack of exactivity. In sociology, the generalizations are not so exact, as they are conditional and are not applicable under similar conditions every time. एक पर्टिकुलर चीज को आप जनरल फॉर्म में आप नहीं कर सकते दिस इज द राइट थिंग, बिकॉज एट दैट पर्टिकुलर सिचुएशन it may prove to be right, but in the other situation it may prove to be wrong. Therefore, exactivity lags behind in case of sociology. Not universal. The conclusions of sociology are not applicable everywhere and under all physical, social and cultural factors. In India, some other social problems are there. In America, some other social problems are there. So, in different regions of the world, there are different physical, social and cultural factors that are applicable in the society. Sociology is based on the human behavior which differ from person to person and place to place. Hence, sociological generalizations are not so universal. Therefore, whatever theories have been made, those theories may not be applicable in all the cases, in case of every person and at every place. Every person has his own social attitudes, every place has different social structures. Therefore, generalization in sociology cannot be made properly. Now, we are discussing that sociology is the science of society. Now, what is society? Society is a system of usage and procedures, of authority and mutual aid, of many groupings and divisions, of controls of human behavior and of liberties. It is the web of social relationships. It is always changing. So it is a system of usage. There are certain procedures of authority and mutual aid. Now all these things are discussed below. Usage means accepted ways, norms. There are certain rules, there are certain norms on which the society and which are being accepted by everyone and the society follows it. Procedure refers to social institutions. Social institutions like your family, marriage, which is important for social network. And because of these institutions, social institutions, a social network is developed. Network authority means a system which control the units of society, that is individual or maintain social web. Authority, it helps in controlling the entire system, the entire society. Groups and division means groups and subgroups in which the individual interacts. There are different groups. Out of the main group there are some subgroups are made, and in this way all these groups are controlled, and these groups keeps on interacting with each other and learn social norms. Control of human behavior refers to social control, written or unwritten norms which are important for smooth functioning of social network. So, social control by help of norms. May these norms be written or may not be written, oral norms. And these are very important for the smooth functioning of the social network. Above mentioned elements are different aspects of society and web of social relationship. Thus, the various aspects of society which are the subject matter of sociology are: number 1, social organization. Social organization refers to interdependence of different aspects of society, which is an important characteristic of all social entities. There is interdependence of each and every social organization. There are different social entities, there are different groups, there are different communities and collectivities, and they are all interdependent on each other. अपने आप में सक्षम कोई नहीं. Second, social structure. Social structure refers to the pattern of interrelations between individuals, how the individuals will intermingle with each other and develop some relationships. Every society has a social structure, a complex of major institutions, groups and arrangements relating to status and power. And in social structure, the status and power plays an important role. All the social structures may be a complex one, a major institution, groups, and any arrangements related to status and power. They are, in all of them, some interrelationships are formed. Then third is social institutions. A social institution is a procedure, practice, and an instrument. Hence, an ensemble of a variety of customs and habits accumulated over a period of time. Or some communities, they keep on saying that since that time and since that this particular year or since that particular period of time, they have their existence. The originals were from there and they came in this way and have settled over here, or all these things. So they form institutions. An institution is a stable cluster of norms, values, and rules. Then culture. Culture is the totality of learned and socially transmitted behavior from one generation to the next. Culture is transmitted from one generation to the next, and it is the learned and socially transmitted behavior of the society. It includes symbols, signs, and language, besides religion, rituals, beliefs, and artifacts. Fifth, continuous process. Society is a continuous process. It functions in a natural way. Society is not imposed upon people, rather it is accepted by the members. The most important part in the functioning of society is negotiation. Each one tries to negotiate with the other. Due to social interaction, society gets constituted and reconstituted. Because of social interaction among the people, society keeps on getting constituted and reconstituted.